now, and will be a #1 New York Times bestseller next week. But that's me.
Cool. Gary Frank drew the hell out of it. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, it's kind of a rollback Batman who doesn't know what he's doing and does it for the wrong reasons. So if you've liked what Gary and I have done in the past, I think you'll dig this. It's very character-centric, and you'll see new takes on Alfred and Harvey Bullock and Jim Gordon and the Penguin and all sorts of fun stuff. So,
Jeff, what made you want to do a Batman? How long has this been in your head?
this has probably been 2 years since Gary and I started, but probably 3 years before that. When Dan was talking about the Earth One books and doing new takes, it gave me a chance to look at Batman in a very different way than he's been in the comics prior. And so it's just the first thing I thought of was him missing a jump. And the first words out of his mouth just, ow. Because I thought that's the last thing you'd expect Batman to say. So it kind of went from there.
Okay, next up is the cover of Justice League #12.
Aquaman looks pissed. That says it all, I think. Issue 12 wraps up our first year. Tim Lee's doing a great job on it, and it really changes the team. The first year was about who the team is. The next year is about who the team's supposed to be. And this kind of is a image that reflects Aquaman calling the Justice League out and saying, we need to be a team, we're not a team. And so there's actually quite a lot of surprises in 12, so check it out.
Then the next month after 12, as part of the Zero Month Initiative, here's Justice League Zero.
Shazam, not the goody two shoes really anymore.
Sweet.
Gary Frank, again, from Batman Earth One, is doing a great job on Shazam. We're having a lot of fun with that. I don't know if you guys are checking out yet, but it's in the back of Justice League, and we really want to just take the magic and the fun and push it up a bit. Shazam will be joining the team in the second year, and Black Adam is back right now, so he'll be around as well.
Nice.
And looking forward even further into the future, as just announced this week, coming in October, Justice League 13. Here's the cover of that.
Yeah, so we're taking the Cheetah, who's people kind of know as a Wonder Woman villain, and we're reintroducing her and her ties to Wonder Woman and what she's actually a part of, and it leads to a much bigger story as we head towards Trinity War, which is next year.
And you're going to today describe everything that's happening in Trinity War and when it's happening. Oh, no.
Exactly, 2 people know what happens in Trinity War right now. 3 now, yeah, actually 3.
Okay, next up, Green Lantern Zero.
Yes, who's that guy? Why does he have a gun? Why would a Green Lantern ever carry a gun? You're going to ask this. I'm going to actually spoil something. I'm going to tell you why he's carrying a gun. He's in a battle, and anyway, he meets the Justice League eventually. There's all sorts of nonsense that happens, and they look at him and they're, why do you carry a gun? He says, well, these rings run on energy, don't they? And he goes, what do the other guys carry? And they go, well, nothing. And they go, yeah, those guys are pretty stupid. So that's it. But this new Green Lantern, he kicks off a storyline called Rise of the Third Army. You'll see what happens to Alan Sinestro and Green Lantern Annual 1 by Ethan Van Sciver. And really it's about the Guardians. They created the Manhunters to control the universe because they thought emotion was a weakness, so they created androids. That didn't work, they wiped out a sector. So then they said, you know what, maybe fear is it's not emotion, it's fear is the problem with the universe. We're going to create something to combat fear, because fear leads to mistrust and violence and war. And so they created the Green Lantern Corps, and then the emotional spectrum blew up, and now there's Blue Lanterns and Red Lanterns are like, oh, what a mess. And so they want to clean it up, and they decide, you know, the real problem with the universe, why it's so chaotic, why we're so screwed up, is that we have free will. And so we've been letting free will just go on. We need to eliminate free will. So, it's kind of dickish. So they decided to create a third army and you'll see what that third army does. It's not just an army, it's much different. It's kind of a philosophy. They create a third army to eradicate free will, and that's what happens starting with Green Lantern Zero.
Maybe you can go to that third army image, Adam.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Ivan Reis just.
Oh, wow.
You can see Carol Ferris. It's new costume. She's on the new Guardians team with Laura Face, St. Walker, and Kilo. So there's some major stuff that happens to Guy Gardner. Obviously, Sinestro and Hal are MIA. The annual is like everything Ethan and I have done with Green Lantern. It introduces a lot of new concepts and reveals a lot of secrets about the history of the Green Lantern Corps and Guardians. So Green Lantern Annual 1 is where it all starts.
That would typically be enough now for any sane person, but we're still going here, and we've got Aquaman number 0.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Ooh, nice.
So Aquaman 0 is going to be the story. All the Zero issues, if you guys don't know it, are kind of like looks at the origins and beginnings of the characters. And those are all out in September. And Aquaman 0 is a look at the first time Aquaman finds Atlantis and what that means to him, and it ties into the Elders arc and everything going on with that, and Black Manta. And Ivan Reis and Joe Prado, I can't say enough about them. They just really make the book beautiful. Ivan describes the water as poetry. He's like, I like to drop poetry in the water, and he really doesn't.
You really said that?
Yeah, he said it in Portuguese, but
Even more poetic, I'm sure, when he said it that way.
But he really does. Like, you look at that shot in issue 1 where Mera's behind Aquaman, they're holding it as the surf hits the rocks and the water sprays up, and you can feel that power. Like, I think Ivan Reis is the most underrated artist in the business.
Although I joke about it, but I say that the image we're using in the booth of Aquaman is
Beautiful.
is very poetic in that way. My soul is
Elegant.
touched.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Oh, this Aquaman 13, which is they even have his dog on there, which is I love that dog. Everyone's trying to figure out what his name is. The others, this is a conclusion of the others arc, and it kind of kicks Aquaman off into a new journey with him and Mera, and some Black Manta surprises as well. But we've been really having a lot of fun introducing these new characters together. Prisoner of War, Vostok.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Next up.
Wait, that's it?
Ooh.
That's it, man. That's all I have time for. I gotta eat. Next up, thank you guys for reading the books, and I really do appreciate it.
Now we are showing you the cover to Silk Spectre number 4, co-written and drawn by Amanda Connor.